which will be the end of this new trilogy, will do a time jump from 2018, which is where obviously the 2018 Halloween, the first entry was set in 2018, and then this new one is within the same night. So they're going to do a time jump to 2022, which is obviously going to allow some time to have passed and things. I don't want to spoil anything because the movie's still fresh, but some stuff that happens in the film, it'll give a necessary length of time so that we can see the trauma and the effects of things that happened in this new film, which is pretty exciting. And it's supposed to also be set within the pandemic, which is pretty wild.
Okay, that's cool. Introducing some real world stuff into that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love this film. I don't like. We kind of briefly talked about it a little bit over text. I had meant to text you after I just finished the film. But I totally agree with you. I don't understand any of the hate for this. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words for why people are so turned off by it. I don't know if it's just people who have never seen the previous one, or what they thought they were getting into something different than what they expected. This was definitely gorier than the previous one. The kills were visually stimulating, if you will. It was pretty crazy. A lot of these kills, they were definitely in your face, and I love that about this. It definitely amped up the violence, which I feel like you probably would have to with doing a sequel to the one that we just saw in 2018. But yeah, I'm excited for the next one, the conclusion of this quote unquote trilogy,
which I believe is set to come out October 2022, even though I don't know if there will be a delay, because that is a really fast production to try to...
They haven't filmed the third one, right?
No, not to my knowledge. It hasn't been it hasn't been pushed into production. I'm sure the screenplay and everything is already done.
Yeah.
But no,
that's correct. That's a tight window to get that done with pre and post and editing and ADR and everything like that. That's going to be hard to do. It's a lot of rushing, which I wouldn't want them to rush if they had to do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, especially because it's closing such a pivotal chapter in for the franchise as a whole. I think.
Yeah.
Just take their time with it. But yeah, and then my second and final piece of news. This week we also received the new trailer for the film called Ambulance, which sees an incredible cast, but also marks the return of Michael Bay in the director's chair. How do you feel about this?
Uh-oh. I actually haven't seen the trailer for this, but Michael Bay coming back to direct something. I don't know, man. I mean, I liked what he did in, I think it was called 13 Hours. The one with, what's his name from The Office? Jim from The Office.
Oh, and from A Quiet Place?
From A Quiet Place, yes. And Jack Ryan. Right? John Krasinski, yes. I liked what he did in that one. I think it was just the type of film that it was that I was kind of able to ignore or kind of set aside some of his things that he does. Maybe that's why I liked it so much, but I don't know. I'd have to see the trailer to kind of get a feel for it, but I can't really speak on it yet. I'll probably watch that tonight after we get done with this. But I would say as of right now, not seeing the trailer or anything like that, just the news of him coming back, I'm a little indifferent. So we'll have to see. I know you're not the biggest fan of Michael Bay.
Well, that's the thing. But man, I don't know how he got this cast, but it's Jake Gyllenhaal, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, and then Isa Gonzalez. And it's a heist film, very much in the vein of like Heat or The Town. And it has this kind of very visceral tone about it, where from the trailer, even though this was one that suffers from having too much of a trailer where it really gives you beat by beat the whole movie, essentially, in my opinion, it looks good. And you can't necessarily see, at least I thought that it was, if they hadn't said a Michael Bay film, you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, this is him, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just probably the actors that he
His
got,
name.
the actors that he got out, are able to, how do you say, it's not like Bad Boys or something where what you're getting into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks...
Yeah. I'll take a look at it, man. I'm excited for it. I mean, just naming those 3 people, I'm excited for that one. Oh, I didn't talk about, we got to see Black Manta, Yahya Abdul-Mateen. We got to see him in his Black Manta costume for DC fandom. Super excited for that one. I didn't mean to kind of go over your news, but
no.
You just brought him up and it brought him back into my head. But I'm excited to see that, to see the trailer, so that we can, I can talk to you more about it. But just those 3 people alone that you mentioned, those actors, definitely give it a chance. Even though it is, a Michael Bay film.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that wraps up our pop culture news bit, and we can roll on over to weekly recommendations. Anything?
Oh yeah. I don't really have anything too much. I just started rewatching. I've been rewatching the Wu-Tang American Saga.
Yes.
On Hulu. I'm rewatching the first season with Alyssa because she didn't. I actually watched that alone when it first dropped. I was actually watching it. They dropped that week by week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was watching that when it came out. I had to wait every week to watch it. So it was. It's fun to kind of go through it and watch it in continuously through each episode. But then we're going to go into the second one. So I would just recommend that to watch both seasons. I'm not sure how many seasons or episodes are on the second season, or has it all been released already?
I can't say for sure, but I think there's 10 of them out already.
Okay. But yeah, check both of them out. If you haven't seen the first one, definitely watch that so you can get caught up. And even if you have seen the first one, I definitely recommend you to rewatch it, and that way you can jump into the second season with a fresh, image or memory of the first season. So Wu-Tang American Saga.
Okay. Your one and only then?
Yeah, just the one.
Nice. Yeah, I've been watching the new season too. I can't get enough of that show. It's so great.
And you said RZA is he's the one who basically put that all together, right?
Yeah. It's produced by his studio as well. So he's over. I think that's why it feels so authentic, because they're telling you it. They're retelling the story how it went down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's just a grittiness and also certain episodes. There's like a heightened reality to them that's really awesome, and you don't expect it. And they're just firing on all cylinders with that show.
Definitely.
I hope they get renewed. If they aren't already renewed, it deserves everything. I know they won. They just won an award for the music in American Saga, so that's awesome.
Nice. Oh, I did have a piece of news. I just want to jump into that really quick. I know I've wrecked this series before. It's an Apple TV, Apple Plus original, Mythic Quest. They just got renewed for a 3rd and 4th season. So, and that's going to be coming in 2022 for the 3rd season. I think they just wrapped the second season, first and second season are available on Apple Plus. But yeah, I just had that little bit of news too. No,
you're good. Mythic Quest.
Yeah, but yeah, check out that Hulu original. Like people said, I think they're both they are both available on Hulu. So check them out.
Nice. So I have 3 for you.
Okay.
One is obvious. We already discussed a little bit, but Halloween Kills.
Oh yeah, I was gonna wreck it, but I figured you were gonna do it. So.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I've seen it twice already, and yeah, my opinion stands. I think it's great. I think the people that don't like it are probably were hoping for the tone to be the same as 2018. I know 2018 is more so in the vein of the original Halloween, where a lot of the kills take place off screen and it's more atmospheric. And then Halloween Kills is paying homage to the original Halloween 2, which is now retconned, that takes place in the hospital. And it was like the debut of Michael Myers with the gore and the disturbing kills, you know? So Halloween Kills is very much doing that over again. And I loved it. It is through and through a slasher film. So I think the haters are missing that. Like what type of movie this is supposed to be. It's like you said, the kills are crazy outstanding. Michael seems fucking angry as hell, and I'm here for it.
No remorse. There's a specific scene. I think it's one of the first kills. I don't want to go over it too much, but you see maybe a glimpse of it in the trailer that we got. But one word, just overkill on one of the kills. Pretty much all the kills, but that one, it's insane. It's intense. Definitely, I actually watched it with Jordan, and I was like, I had to tell him a couple times, turn away, close your eyes, don't look at this, because it was getting. I wasn't sure. It was a little much for me, so I was like, oh shit, like, Jordan, turn around, close your eyes, I'll tell you when to open them again. As soon as it was like, okay, it's going, there's like a limit, you know, when you're watching like horror movies and stuff, and then it's like going past that limit, and you're like, oh fuck, like this is intense. I just didn't want him to, you know, have any nightmares or mess him up mentally or anything like, or you know. So I was just like, stop, turn around. I'll tell you when to turn back around. But yeah, definitely good. If you're gonna watch this with your kids, make sure they're a little older than 8 years old. But yeah, definitely, I loved it. So nice. Jordan loved it. He's excited for the next one. So. Nice.
I think the only kind of flaws, if you could call them that I had with this one is that some of the like weird jokes that they were trying to throw in.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And that's, of course, because Danny McBride helped write it. So, you know, a lot of the jokes you can totally... or at least maybe I'm stereotyping, but it feels like it probably came from him. And then what was the other thing? Oh, and also this film kind of... nothing is really resolved, so it does definitely feel like a bridging movie, which could be a big reason why, if you're not film nerds like us, people don't necessarily, your average film goer doesn't know there's another one in, like, you know, coming for sure in concrete. So I could see why people would be upset over this one in that aspect. But other than that, Halloween Kills rules. And it's James Jude Courtney as Michael is like arguably the best, you know, besides Nick Castle, the OG, maybe the best ever to don the mask, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His movements, everything. It's incredible.
It just still blows my mind that this guy can, you're running full speed away from him, and this guy is a nice stroll around the park, and he's still catching up to you.
Yeah. Power walker.
Yeah. Oh man, dude's a juggernaut. Can't take him down. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So Halloween Kills, obviously we said it at the top of the show. It's